You guys seem to love my Pangea Survival video, so today I'm going to be going over the full roster for this game, and I'm not going to lie guys, this is one hell of a roster. This is a big roster, and it's going to probably be a big video if we go over this full roster in its entirety. Of course, I'm leaving out the AI in this video. I feel like that's going to have its own video because I don't want to confuse you all, and there is a lot of AI as well that can easily make a part 2 to this. So to make this one not too long, AI will be in its own separate later video. So of course, since you requested me cover the roster, here it is, and I'll be splitting this up into different segments: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. They'll be on the screen now, and the actual order will be on the screen now, and the timestamps of which will be on the screen for you to skip to that and see which one's which. Of course, like I said, I've removed the AI, but other than that, if you do enjoy this video, and before I dive into it, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this on a wide range of dinosaur games. But other than that, feel free to join my Discord server as well. Let's get right into this video. Now this is going to be one hell of a long video. We have a lot of dinosaurs to go over today, and so I'm just going to dive right into it, shall we? Let's just start with the herbivores, and the devs have split these into different groups. So we have, ornithopods, we have thyreophorans, and etc, ceratopsians, sauropods, and that. So let's start with the ornithopods. These are first, and I do apologize in advance if I mess up any of the pronunciations of these. And I'll have an image on the screen, the name of it, and the artist who drew it, where I got the source image. All of that will be in the description. But then that, guys, let's get right into the list. Ornithopods first. First we have Hypsilophodon, Phascelosaurus, Telmatosaurus, Coryphosaurus, Magnapaulia, Parasaurolophus, Myosaura, Edmontosaurus, Anatosaurus, Dryosaurus, Tenentosaurus, Uranosaurus, Muttaburrasaura, Camptosaurus, and Iguanodon. So that was 15 dinosaurs already. That's a bigger roster than the Isles of Yore in its entirety, and that's just ornithopods. Thyreophorans, now we have Scutellosaurus, Solidosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Stegosaurus, Crichtonosaurus, Hylaeosaurus, Sauropelta, Euplocephalus, and Kylosaurus. Next up we have Marginocephalins, which is a word that I have definitely fucked up. I do apologize, and whoever made that name just wanted to see me fail, or they hate people. But this is Ceratopsians and Pachyrhinosaurs, and let's get into it. We have Psittacosaurus, Stegoceras, Pachyrhinosaurus, Protoceratops, Eudanoceratops, Diabloceratops, Chasmosaurus, Triceratops, Styracosaurus, and Pachyrhinosaurus. One final part for the herbivores is Sauropodomorphs, so let's just dive right into it and finish off the herbivores, shall we? Phekodontosaurus, Anchisaurus, Platyosaurus, Ledomahadi, Amargasaurus, Apatosaurus, Supersaurus, Diplodocus, Seismosaurus, Barosaurus, Isanosaurus, Camarasaurus, Mamenchisaurus, Pelorosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Pelosaurus, Andysaurus, Argentinosaurus, and Alamosaurus. That's just the herbivores. We have a lot left to go through. We have carnivores and omnivores. So let's just go ahead and go into the next one, which is the omnivores. Omnivores to me are interesting in this game. There isn't much of them, but we have a mix of omnivores and the likes of stuff like that. However, I do want to say these are not technically omnivores. I just didn't know where to put them, so I put them in an omnivore group because they were all together, and I know some of them are herbivores and some are omnivores, and so I just didn't want to split them. So let's just go over this. We have Maniraptora, which is for the omnivores. This includes Therizinosaurs and Oviraptorids. Let's just talk about them. Avimimus, Oviraptor, Anzu, Gigantoraptor, Struthiomimus, Gallimimus, Dinocheirus, Falcarius, Northronicrus, Therizinosaurus. That's all of the omnivores and technically herbivores as well. All of Maniraptora, that is coming to the game. Now, to me, there's a lot of similar omnivores in this list. You've got Galli, Struthy, they're pretty much the same. Of course, Struthy's smaller. From Avi to Giganto, they're pretty much the same. They're all Oviraptorids. And Falcarius to Therizinosaurus are all very similar, especially Northronicus and Therizinosaurus. Now, a reason why I think this is the case is because the game's progression system will work in a way where, you know, you're progressing like the Isle's old progression system, which is why there is a lot of different dinosaurs. However, sometimes I feel there is a lot in this roster, maybe too much, but it just means we've got more to explore as a group. And let's get right into the final part, which is the carnivores. This is a big list that I'm about to go over for the carnivorous dinosaurs, and I'm pretty sure this has enough to have most of you people here satisfied with the result. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. We have the likes of Dromaeosaurs, Coelophysoids, Ceratosaurs, and, you know, more like that. So let's just get right into it. For the Dromaeosaurs, we have Microraptor, Dromaeosaurus, Utahraptor, Velociraptor, Deinonychus, Dakotaraptor, and Troodon. Next up, we have Coelophysoids through to Ceratosaurids, which includes Noasaurus, Coelophysis and Megapanosaurus, Liliensternus, Dilophosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Geniodectus, Rugops, Carnotaurus, Majungasaurus, and Pycnomasaurus. Next up, we have the flesh-tearing carnivores, which are going to be probably specializing in using their claws and their teeth to rip chunks of flesh apart. That will be their gameplay style, and this includes Staurikosaurus, Herrerasaurus, Gasosaurus, Monolophosaurus, Sinraptor, Yongchonosaurus, Fukuiraptor, Australovenator, Ariosteon, Bahariasaurus, Allosaurus, Apantherias, Saurophaganax, Cyats, Acrocanthosaurus, Concavenator, Eocarcharia, Carcharodontosaurus, Mapusaurus, and Giganotosaurus. I'm glad Giga's in this list. That's definitely one of my favourite dinosaurs, and it'll be one that I will be playing as when it is out. Next up, we have the Megalosaurs and the fish-eating carnivores. This includes Masiacosaurus, Magnosaurus, Pianitskysaurus, Megalosaurus, Torvosaurus, Edmarca, Ostrofricosaurus, Baryonyx, Suchomimus, and Spinosaurus. And the final part is the Tyrannosaurs, which includes Dilong, Guanlong, Eotyrannus, Eutyrannus, Alioramus, Gorgosaurus, Albertosaurus, Teratophonius, Lithronax, Daspletosaurus, Tarbosaurus, and Tyrannosaurus. That is the entire playable roster for Pangea Survival. That is a lot of dinosaurs, and I've tried to go over it as quickly as I can. The follow-up video to this will be me going over the full AI roster for the game. That will be very interesting. You should definitely stick around for that. Of course, what's your opinion on this list? Is there any dinosaurs you wish were in the list, and any dinosaurs that you are particularly excited for in this list? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, that marks the end of this Pangea Survival video. What do you guys think about it? If you haven't checked out Pangea Survival, here it is, the last video I made, and maybe check out the Steam page in the description below. It's definitely worth a check out. But other than that, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you are new. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.